The girl hid under the bed, trembling with fear. A pair of large feet, each adorned with 10 fingers, suddenly dropped down. It began searching for the girl, who held her breath, not daring to move a muscle. At that moment, the monster let out a furious roar, as if calling for its companions. The girl thought she was doomed, but then the monster turned and walked toward the window, leaping out into the night. Terrified, the girl quickly crawled out, shut the window, and quietly made her way to the living room, intending to lock the front door as well. But just then, a strange noise came from the roof, causing her heart to leap into her throat. She hurried downstairs, thinking she would be safe once the door was closed. However, all the electrical appliances in the house suddenly began flickering and emitting piercing sounds. She quickly unplugged them, restoring calm. She picked up the phone to call the police, but as soon as she did, a buzzing electrical noise filled the air. The refrigerator began acting strangely, and the girl wanted to run, only to find the monster had returned. Trapped in the kitchen with nowhere to go, she hid behind the table. The phone, which had been connected, was slammed back into its cradle by the monster. Her rapid breathing gave away her position, and the refrigerator, controlled by some unseen force, trapped her inside. The monster closed in, and the girl finally saw its true face. She screamed, mustering all her strength to push the monster away and dash for the door. But the monster seized control of the door, knocking her unconscious. As the monster approached, she desperately crawled away, only to realize her body was no longer under her control. In a panic, she grabbed a sharp object and, by chance, plunged it into the alien's head, killing it instantly. Overwhelmed by fear, the girl fainted. The next morning, she woke up to find the alien lying lifeless on the floor. Realizing the events of the previous night were real, she covered the alien with a cloth and tried to call the police. But the phone was dead, and all the electrical appliances were mysteriously destroyed. She attempted to drive to town, but her car wouldn't start. Deciding to seek help, she stepped outside, only to find the streets eerily empty. An ambulance lay overturned on the road, and nearby homes showed signs of attack. It seemed she wasn't the only one who had encountered the aliens. The fields were covered in white circles. Just then, a massive dark cloud began to envelop the town, moving steadily toward her. She ran back home, passing neighbors who had gone missing. They stood together, raising their right hands, staring blankly at the cloud, their throats pulsating as if something were moving inside. A man noticed her, and she didn't dare linger, fleeing back to her house. Convinced the aliens would return for revenge, the girl steeled herself. She lit candles to illuminate the house, boiled 4 pots of water, and prepared for a final showdown with the aliens.